Hello, welcome to the Confidence Cure with Louise. Today I am talking about how it feels with the transition phase and when you've outgrown all your old life and you're transitioning into somebody new. As you're evolving and as you're growing, nobody actually really talks about the actual transition of how hard it can actually be from transitioning and from this person to this person and how hard the growth can actually be. Because there is always a point in life where the identity that you've been carrying actually stops fitting who you are. It's too tight, too heavy, too outdated. And the scary part isn't actually change, it's letting go of who you've been all that time and now seeing that you can actually be more, that you actually want more, that you can do more. That there is the scary part. And that's where people actually generally really struggle. And maybe you don't even know what outgrowing your identity means. So I'll go through a few things where can you recognize yourself in some of these? So the things that you used to do you still enjoy them? If you are sitting there thinking, I used to enjoy this all the time, I don't like going out with my friends anymore, I don't like doing this as much, I don't like XYZ anymore, you are probably starting to feel like there is something out there better for you. Your goals feel flat. So the goals that you used to have, you used to jump out in bed in the morning. It was your number one focus. You kind of got excited when you was talking about it, and now it's just like yeah, that will do. You're not that bothered about it. Another one will be if you are feeling really successful. So if you are successful, you can see that you're successful, your finances are showing it, people are telling you you look successful, but you still feel disconnected. If you sit there and you are successful and you still feel like there's a void or there's something going on, you are outgrowing that. You've outgrown it, and there's something there is something that isn't fulfilling you and you still haven't found it. That is what is going on there. And this one, I always know that I am outgrowing things when I do this one all the time. I can sit in a room and I can want change, but I can't tell you exactly what. Like, I can't articulate it. I can't say, I'll just say, I've got this feeling something isn't right. Like I don't know. You'll have a feeling, but you don't know what it is. You just like, you want change, but you still don't know what it is. There, your transit, deep down there's something more, something that you haven't achieved, there's something that you haven't done yet, but you don't know what it is because your person hasn't done that yet. So obviously it's the unknown. So this is where you will just be like, okay, I can feel something's coming, but I don't know what it is, and you'll just feel disassociated or anything like that. You will know it, but you just don't know it because you're not aware of what's coming. You don't know, you're not aware of what you can be at that point. You just know, and that you can just sit in a room thinking, okay, something's not right. You'll also find that you're like you're sitting in a room with like your friends or your family or something like that, and you'll just be like start questioning things like, why am I friends with these people? Why am I tolerating this from this man? Why am I doing these things? You will really start questioning like the direction you're going in. Am I doing the like, is this actually right for me? Does this person actually help me emotionally, financially, spiritually, all of these things? With all your relationships, what do I actually get from them? Like, you'll question absolutely everything around you, your jobs, your relationships, your friends, your family, your habits. Like, am I actually making the most of whatever I'm doing? And all of these things, this is where you are transitioning. You'll be like, what am I actually doing? And you'll have like that light bulb moment, like, oh my God, like, what am I doing with my life? That is another, okay, yeah. And then you'll also go through a phase where, okay, you'll start recognizing all these things. Like, you'll think, oh, okay, yeah, life's a bit dumb. Like, a bit dull right now. I'm around friends that aren't really supporting me. I'm doing this and doing that. But then because you've been that person for such a long time, and then all of a sudden you will start feeling something different, and then it'll be time for you to start piping up about it. You will then start feeling guilty, or you'll start worrying about what people think because you actually want more. And then you'll start feeling guilty, like not you won't even know why you feel guilty, but you'll just have that sense of feeling where you shouldn't say this. You want more money, you want to open a business, you want different types of friends, you want this, that, and the other. You will get that sense of feeling like maybe you'll sit on it for some time. That is another literal thing to recognize if you are literally outgrowing your old life and your old self. And you just feel lost. Like you can generally just feel lost. You can sit there like there's some you're there, but nobody's in there. You're just not yourself. You don't know why you're doing things. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, I'm just feeling depressed or I'm feeling anxious or something like that." But actually, sometimes it's just not a case. It's just a case of just not knowing who you are at that point and who you're trying to be. So that is a massive one as well. And I don't think this is actually talked about. So there is a massive transition. There's so many signs and symptoms of transitioning from who your old self to your new self. And a lot of people don't even like recognize them. They just think, yeah, this isn't good, or I'm just having a bad day or something like that. No, it's a case of like your instincts, your gut feelings, your gut tells you absolutely everything, is literally telling you to listen, go within and tell you, like, find out what you're actually doing. And all of these things that you are feeling, when you actually become aware that that's what's happening, you got to remember that like that bit isn't failure, it's actually growth. And it's the part that nobody actually talks about because it's just messy, it's quiet, it's so uncomfortable that like it's sometimes, and I say this all the time, it is so much easier to stay in your old self because you don't have to go through the uncomfortable part of growing, because growing is really uncomfortable. You learn a lot about yourself. You have to go through series of deaths where you have to say goodbye to your old self. So you have to kill that off. Like it's just uncomfortable and nobody really talks about that. So if you are that person, it's a reason why you hate that feeling even more. So you will avoid it at all costs because you want to feel comfortable. And especially people that are in business that are high achievers, CEOs, the identity, even myself at this point, I really hated it because the identity that we have, like as a business owner or somebody that's like really, what's the word, independent and everything, we like, you will thrive off stability, performance. You will look at your performance each month, you will look at the figures, you will look at this, you'll look at that, you'll look at like your body stats, you'll do something to look at, see where your performance is, and you will have some level of responsibility. All these things are your comfort zones and you like it, you like being capable. You have to have things that are done right. Like we literally love, we all like it. We all like it. It feeds our ego. I've done this right. I've done this great. We actually love it. And then being the dependable one and never being able to drop the ball is something, if you are very successful, that is something that is your comfort, that is your comfort zone. So as soon as you are growing and you're going into the uncertainty, you don't know that you're going to be able to keep up these things. So again, you will fall back. So when you start to like grow and you start getting uncomfortable and you're going into new territory, obviously you don't know what that is, you will start to change, and that will start to feel like betrayal because you're more afraid of the new version of you, and you feel like you are literally betraying all the people that you are being responsible for, the people that you're showing up for, the old you that's keeping you comfortable. There are so many things that you are afraid of, and you're also afraid of abandoning the old person that you are because you are so afraid of what's coming because you don't know what that is. Like the subconscious there literally loves staying comfortable, and every time it goes into somewhere that's uncomfortable, it is going to pull you back, and you love literally doing things right, stability, being the high performer, being responsible for things, like that is your comfort zone. So as soon as you're going into the, oh my God, like you've got to do something new, or like you've got to do something, I don't know, this could be like going into a relationship, or adding an extra business, or adding like anything that's new, is going to feel uncomfortable for you, and you will be in a transition. So you've got your goal A, you're in A, you want to go to B, and you're like, okay, one and two, and you're at 1.5, and you are literally stuck in between, and you are literally listening to one and you're listening to two, and you are literally stuck in between. You've got an angel and a devil on your shoulder, and you are literally listening to both thoughts. It's just stay here because it's really comfortable, like you're really good at this and this is what you want to hear. Oh, if you come here, like your ambitious side and you're the person that's got all the excitement will want to go to the other side. Oh, it's going to be great, you can do all of this, but then the other side, yeah, but do you really want to go there because you don't know what you're doing? Like you're going to be so uncomfortable. Like what if everything fails because you've not done it before? Like you'll have so many different things going on in your head. And it's just really uncomfortable. Like as simple as that, it is just really uncomfortable. And I have done this so many times. I cannot literally tell you the amount of times I have been in this transition phase. I have been, sometimes it's been on a daily basis, sometimes on a weekly basis, yearly, monthly. Like it's been so many times, to the point where you have to leave environments, you have to end relationships, you have to change your workspace, you have to change your business ideas, you have to outgrow. You generally outgrow expectations. Like literally, if you are someone's expecting of you or something like that, but you are grown and you can no longer perform them things, you have to outgrow them expectations. You have to get, we've all got this thing in our head where you feel like you have to play a certain role, what you should be doing. But in reality, that's not what you should be doing. You should be doing what you feel is right, because that is the correct thing to do. You should be growing, you should be evolving at your pace, not waiting for people, not going to anybody else or anything. You should be doing it at your pace. Even coaches go through this pace. I've done it so many times. I literally cannot tell you. I did one last year, and maybe I did two last year. I left years ago. I left absolutely everything. I left businesses, I left my job, I left my husband, I left my family, I left absolutely everything, because my identity was completely different to who I was. Last year, I did the exact same thing. I literally left everything again. Left somebody that I really liked. I left like a role that I really, really loved doing, because it just wasn't me. And it just didn't support who I was growing emotionally, financially, or anything like that at that time. So you have to say goodbye to things sometimes that, as much as you want to take with you, as much as you want to stay and wait for things, you simply can't, because that there, if you're not growing at the energy that you're growing in, that will pull you down. So you have to listen to what's going on. And everybody goes through it, not just one person, absolutely everybody. We all have the same intuition, we all have the energy, we all have the same thoughts, we all have the same, like, what's going on inside. It's just knowing and becoming aware of what they are, and that's what we need to listen to the most. And it is so uncomfortable. Confidence drops because the brain hates uncertainty. So like like your old self just loves the familiarity, like whether that's good things or bad things. Like if you're going through a bad relationship, you will still want to be in that relationship just because it's familiar. Like your old self, yeah, but your brain will tell you, yeah, but you're getting this from this relationship, even if it is crappy. No, that's not the case. Like you will want to stay in that relationship longer just for the fact that like it feels familiar, it feels safe because it's your familiar, even if it's not a safe environment. And then you've got your new self that's you can morph into, but your brain doesn't want to because it's unproven, it's uncertain, that's scary. So sometimes staying in things that don't actually support us is actually better for you, but that's what you think because it's safer for you right now, but it's actually not. Um, and then if you think about it, you're losing confidence because you don't actually recognize yourself yet. And this is where it comes in that's this transitional stage. You start questioning everything because it's just like, okay, yeah, but I've been happy like this for all this time. Why am I questioning it now? Like I remember saying to myself, I've said this to myself, not even just once. I've said this multiple times to myself, Louise, why can you not just be happy of just staying where you are? Why can't you just be happy with a simple job? Why can't you just be happy with this guy? Like, why can't you just be happy with like they all treat you well, the job was good, this was good. Why did you have to up and leave? But the thing is, I would have just stayed the same. I didn't want to. Like I grow, they didn't. Like it's as simple as that. You like you have to. Like every single time I've grown, I have overthought things. I have doubted my questions. I have doubted absolutely everything I've done, but I've still gone away and I've done it anyway. And every single time has been the best thing I've ever done. Because if I was, you've got the angel and the devil. If I'd have listened to everything that the devil was telling me or anything like that, I would have just stayed still and I'd still been in positions I didn't like. I'd still be with men that didn't look after me properly. Like it would be in them sort of situations. So when you listen to like, why am I feeling like this? What can I do? You start to bring that confidence up. So when you are going through this transitional stage, your confidence is going to take on a massive, massive emotional dip. You are going to overthink absolutely everything. You are going to doubt your own decisions. You are going to you're going to not feel as grounded. You're going to feel all nervous. Your emotions are going to be everywhere. You're going to be absolutely questioning everybody, everything, work, finances, home, absolutely everything. And this is another one that we don't actually think about. There will probably, depending if you're an emotional person or not, you will grieve the old you. So every single time I've left a role, I've left something behind or something like that, I have always cried my heart out. Now, it's always made me super, super sad, even though I know that the other side's going to be exciting. The other side's going to help me grow. The other side's going to be absolutely amazing. I will still be heartbroken. I will still be so sad. Like, I cry like a baby, and I know a lot of my clients that have done the same as well. Like when you feel like you're stepping into a new season, you should be excited. You should be doing this. You should be like, oh my God, this is amazing, which it is. But then people forget about everything new. You have to leave behind certain things, and that is sometimes your roles. It can be a habit that you're doing, it can be an identity that you're doing, it can be people. And that bit there, nobody really talks about. So stepping into a new season, absolutely amazing. You're going to grow, but you need to remember you are going to grieve some sort of old type of life, whether that's like a home, person, role, anything. You are literally going to feel sad at the same time. And just being aware of that and learning how to manage your emotions, being emotionally aware is very, very important at this time. So you're just going to feel like you're starting from scratch. You're going to feel like you are leaving your whole life, and you're starting from scratch. But reality, you're not. It's just literally you're just upgrading. That's all you're doing. You are just upgrading. Anything that's meant for you will come with you. It's as simple as that. And you got to normalize it. It's not a lot of people normalize these things. We don't talk about it. It's just about growing. It's about growing. It's about growing. Yeah, growing is great, but you got to do it at a pace where you can be aware of what is going on. So you make the right decisions. You know what is going on. You're not feeling sad. It's not bringing you back, because when you're having these doubts, these overthinkings, and it all clashes. If you step into a new life, you've got to let go of the old one. And it's kind of like that. As you grow, parts of you will go off. The old habits that you had are now going into new habits. Your old habits will disappear, and you've got to say goodbye to them habits. Um, so what I would really recommend that you do is accept what is going on, accept that your identity is shifting, and don't fight it. Again, become emotionally aware. Be aware when you are overthinking things, when you are doubting yourself, when you're doing all them things. You need to be aware of what's doing. First thing is always awareness. And that's going to help your emotions. Yeah, you're going to feel crappy. It's going to feel horrible. You're going to go through sad periods, but being aware that that's there and it's only temporary, they're only feelings, because the thought of letting go is horrible. But being aware and just using that energy in a good space is amazing. And just realizing that all these feelings are there because you're growing, not because you are failing. That's a really good thing. These feelings you will tell yourself, why am I doing this? Like, I should be feeling great. If I was growing and I was being successful, I would feel great right now. No, when you're growing, actually, it does actually make you feel like you fail, but you're not. What you can also do is confidence comes from doing and not just thinking. So you can think as much as you like, and this is where your overthinking is going to happen, you're doubting and all of these things. But your confidence in your transition and your identity shifts and your life transitions, that is coming from doing. If you are not doing anything and you're just sitting there overthinking, you're not going to go anywhere. So you need to build new evidence. So you're already overthinking yourself, you're already questioning your own decisions. You need to then build new evidence as to why these decisions are correct. Okay, so you need to make consistent actions, small consistent actions every day, and start to trust your own self again, because you are that new person that's got new habits, that's got new goals, new things. So you need to then stick to your new habits. So you need to start small, consistent actions. This can be with absolutely everything. It can be with family life, business, traveling, relationships, absolutely anything. Just start small and just prove to yourself that you can do this alongside whatever you're doing or whatever it is. And a big thing, if it does not come with you easily, it is not meant to be at that point. Okay, so a lot of people try and hold on to things. No, 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 I want you to come with me. I want you to do this. I want you to do that, or whatever. If it's not coming easy, you need to let go. You cannot drag your old habits. You cannot drag your old self. You cannot drag a partner, a domestic partner, or whatever it is, into a new season where you are growing and evolving. That cannot happen. If that is happening, you are not growing because you are holding on to something that is keeping you safe. You can only really bring into things you can only really take in things into your new season that come easily because they are your at your energetic level. It makes everything easier. They help you evolve. If they are dragging your energy or and it's not good, then you know that that's not meant to be. I'm not saying not meant to be forever. That like they it can be just at that time. So you need to be able to be like, okay, yeah, I have to leave some things behind that don't suit me right now. Um, and that's it really. So you need to be able to like them shifts there are going to actually help you massively. You can be like you literally can't become the next version of yourself while clinging on to the previous one of you. Something really does have to give. And you need to realize that can't be your potential. If you've got massive potential, but you're putting your energy, your time, your resources into things that do not build with you, that is not going to help at all. So even if you're feeling lost, you're generally not lost. You're just in the transitional stage of your old self, your new self, not knowing who that is yet, and just feeling like there's a battle going on. You're just in like when somebody's there, but you're not actually there. Like it's just a phase. You're in the transitional stage, and there is a massive difference between being unhappy. Sometimes you are really, really happy, but like you just don't know what's going on inside. Um, but you're allowed to outgrow, and that's a thing. You've got to accept that. You've got to be like, no, it's okay to do that. It's okay to leave roles. It's okay to accept that you are growing just because other people aren't. You've got to be okay. You've got to like not reward yourself, but you've got to give yourself that I don't know the night I don't even know how to say it that nice part on your shoulder just being like no you're allowed to do this like be nice to yourself just be like yes you are allowed to become someone new you are allowed to grow you deserve this you don't have to ask somebody if you can evolve you just need the courage in yourself and you just need to learn be aware like first you need to be aware of what's going on and then learn secondly how to manage the emotions what's going on and how to transition through the different emotions through the different thoughts and from there, you are going to be absolutely amazing. But first, you need to just recognize where you are. Are you transitioning? Is something pulling you down in your old life and you're just trying to get out and be that new person? Secondly, okay, am I aware? What am I aware of? What's happening right now? Like, okay, yeah, this feels like this because of this. But despite that, I am going to learn how to manage this and still evolve at the same time. It is going to be rough, and not many people tell you that. And I always tell all my clients, look, it is going to be hard at some points. You're going to have the highs, you're going to have the lows, you're going to get the excitement for dipping into that new person, but then you're also going to get the emotions from pulling back into your old person. And that always comes. So be brutally honest with yourself and just be like, do you know what? It's going to be rough, but it's going to be exciting at the same time. And you only grow when you go through these uncomfortable stages. So you've got to allow it. You've got to give yourself permission. You've got to not feel bad for it. And you've got to be like, right, okay, I'm going to do this. Like this can be with absolutely anything. It can be with losing weight. It can be getting into relationships. It can be with business. It can be with a new job. It can be with studies. It can be with absolutely everything. There will always be a transitional stage where you are doing it, whether you're in a job and you're like, actually, this isn't for me. I want to learn how to do X, Y, Z. And then you decide to go to uni. It might be you're in a relationship, but that you don't know how you're going to hold a family if you want to grow a business. You're in the middle. You've got the thoughts of a new thing, but you're stuck into the old thing. It might be there's a relationship you want to be in, but like the thoughts of I can't provide enough for that person. Like the thoughts are holding you there. I want to be with this person, but like I can't provide for that. Like there's so many different. It's not just in one thing. It can be in absolutely anything. We can be in transitional stage in just some parts of our lives, and we can be in quite a lot. But yeah, you need to find which part of your old identity that you are literally ready to give up because if you are like some things you're going to be fully fulfilled but then you'll find places where like do you know what yeah I need an upgrade and your body will tell you it like every single time like you can feel great and then you'll go to a task and you'll be like right okay like this isn't sitting with me like I've been sitting at the same thing for 3 hours why is this not doing it I've been thinking about the same person for 4 hours why am I not moving on I have been thinking about I've been watching YouTube videos about this but I'm stuck in a dead IT job there are so many different things so it's about noticing what's going on but yeah If this has helped you, or you feel like you are going through the transitional stage, you're unsure about all the emotions that's going on, or like you're listening to like all the self-doubt and the over worrying or anything like that, then please let me know. I can definitely help you. And send this to anybody that you feel is also going through the same thing as well.